everyone. I feel like it's been a while since I did a solo stream. I'm Mandi Hutchinson, also known as the Board Gamer Pinup Girl, although lately I'm kind of the casual pinup girl. So hopefully you can all hear me. Thank you so much for joining me for my solo stream of Space Race. So I have to tell you, I'm very nervous to do this game. I'm not usually nervous to do streams. I mean, great chat. Oh, hey, Fred, how are you? Thanks for joining. And Amanda, as always, thanks for popping into the chat. I had to play this one and go through the rule book a few times because I was like, oh, it's not confusing, but there are a lot of little things that you have to remember. So, and for those who don't know, I generally don't do solo gaming. So for me, when you have games that have a lot of steps, I do find sometimes I don't know if I enjoy them as much, but I think the game here, spoiler alert, I like the game. I just think I might like it with more people, but let's try it solo and see what happens. Hey, Ben, how are you? So I don't know. And oh, Tracy's in the chat too. My goodness, everybody's here. This is great. We're missing a couple people, but got some good people in the chat. So just as a disclaimer, this is not a tutorial video. I have to say that because it's more me trying to play this for the second-ish time running through it. So if somebody else is going through it, they may stumble upon the same things that I made mistakes on, and we try and correct it as we go. So that's how we're going to play it for now. So let's pop in and get in, because I think this game's going to take a little longer. But let's pop in. If you have questions, let me know. I don't think Board Cubator is going to be in the chat. I know they're in a different time zone. But if they are there, great. They can answer questions. If not, I'm sure they can pop in later and answer some questions at another time. Go Team Mandy. Yeah, I'm not very good at this game. Let's be clear. So we'll see how it goes. I did have to set this up a little strangely. So let me switch over to the next scene here. All right, so it looks a bit weird. So what happens is the board is very long. So let me just make sure you all can hear me because I know sometimes this switches my volume. There we go. The board is very long. So it was really hard for me to get it the right way. And if I turn it the other way, it kind of messes up the system playing it sideways. It looks a bit strange. So I did it this way. So on the camera, let me make sure. So you can see down here, this is normally where I'd have my kind of game area. This is the bottom portion of the board, and then you're seeing the top portion up here. So I apologize if that's a little jarring, but it was the only way that I could fit it here. So, okay, thanks, Amanda, for letting me know you can hear. So if something's weird, let me know, and you're like, I want to see this closer. I can try and do a close-up of it, but I had to kind of play it out this way where player things are on this side, the board is set up here, and then the bottom part of the board is here. So that's as good as it's going to get for right now, but we'll quickly go through it. So, from my gist of this, because for those of you who don't know, space is not a theme that I enjoy, but there's obviously some people who really love it, so there are probably some people who can teach me a few things in the chat. But I believe we're exploring, and the track in this game, the points track, are actually years, so I guess we're getting ahead in our explorations. And we have astronauts we're going to be placing out, and we're going to be trying to run a system with the different types of cards, whether it be through propaganda, technology, space programs, breakthroughs, or other areas of the board. So let us do a little close-up here. Let's go to the game left. Okay. So here I have us kind of set up. So this is the AI. You can play with multiple AIs. I'm just going to play it with one because, well, I can barely win with one, so let's not make it difficult. Amanda, you're enjoying it more and more. Space themes? Yeah, it depends. This one I was getting a little frustrated, but I think it's because I had to play it solo, and for me it was a lot. So I can't blame that on the theme. So these are cards that I've kind of put out. You don't see them probably, but in my hand I have another one there. But eventually this is actually going to be another area where I'll be placing out cards that I'll be actioning. Same with the AI. These are cards that are going to come out. So we have Unexplored Universe, and these are going to come out here at some point from the Unexplored Universe into here. So in order to play cards, we can't play them from our hand. We have to play them from the Unexplored Universe. And if you don't know, this is a bit of a stretch for me across the table, so I apologize. I think you can kind of see the top of it here. These are our missions, and these are kind of round trackers, so to speak, as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to resolve these after every round, and there are 7 rounds. All right. Let's go to over here. I kind of pointed this out already. This is the area where some of the cards will go out. These are just the top ones, propaganda and technology, and we have others, which I'll show you when we go to the other side of the board. And this is the bottom half that I was telling you about. So these here are projects that you can complete. And then here is the bottom half where we're going to have a breakthrough tracker so we can get astronauts in here. And the astronauts are kind of coming through the breakthrough, I guess. And these are different areas that they can come through, and you can get points this way. So there are a few things there as well. Okay, so I think that's it. Let's start, and I'll explain as we go. Amanda, I can't help with rules since I've never played this before. Oh, it's totally fine. It's okay. It just means I have to. So on my screen here, and I should probably pull it up, I have the solo rules up so I can actually... Oh, I think I just did a little funny thing there. Yeah, I have the solo rules up so I can refer to them if needed because they are slightly different. So, who picked Mandy playing a solo space game on stream in the betting pool? So no one did. The company asked me if I'd be interested, and they've been so lovely. They do the game Project L, so I said sure, I'll give it a try. So I have my handy dandy rule book. I'm gonna say this: I do not like rule books this large, especially when I'm doing a stream. Do you see how huge this is? Half of this would have been sufficient for me. It's well done. It's nice. I like a smaller rule book, so bear with me if you see that flopping around on the screen from time to time. All right, so enough of that. Let's get started. So for round one, there are a couple things that are going to happen, something that's going to happen that we don't actually do in the first game, in the first round, but we will do it in the next. So the first phase is we're going to manage the agency, and this is where each player draws a card from the deck and then put it in the unexplored universe. So I believe we skip this step in the first round as normal. So we actually don't do that. We'll be doing that on the next round. So Amanda, you love Project L? Yes, it's so good. So it's the same people. They made this. And I know a lot of people were asking about this because I don't think there are any videos, or a lot of videos. I shouldn't say that. There are not a lot of videos about the game. So figured, hey, if I can show my possibly rough play experience, but still an experience, it might be good. All right, so next thing we're going to do is in turn order, players place any number of cards from their hand face down into the unexplored universe. Aha, so this I want to do if I want to get cards out here so I can actually get them in here. So and then to my agency, that's what this area is called. Usually our, what is it called? Lab is over here, but I'm just going to put the cards on here for the lab purpose, okay? So I'm going to show you these cards. This is what I have in my hand. And you're like, oh my goodness, what does all this mean? And I have to determine, do I just want to hang on to these, or do I want to put them out in the unexplored universe at the top there so that I'll be able to get them on the board and possibly get them into this area. So these cards are not staying here. These are just my hand if you're watching now. So, I don't know. This is tricky. There's a few fun things on here. Let's start with something simple, maybe? I don't even know. These cards are not the cards of my dreams, to be honest. Oh, I also forgot to put this. There should have been 2 astronauts here to start. My apologies. Let's see. Okay. I think I'm actually going to put this card in because I like the abilities it has on it. So that's going to go here. And I think we'll hang... this might be nice too, actually. Let's throw that out there as well. Okay, so the rest of the cards are going to stay in my hand. Hopefully you can still get a sense of those. I'll kind of toss those up there so you can maybe see them. And the AI puts 1 card from the deck into the unexplored universe. So this is what they do for step 2. So this is the deck, and the AI puts it in here. All right, this is quite the workout here for me. Okay, so we can only have 7 cards. We don't have to worry about that. I only have 2. And then we need to add cards to the unexplored universe if there are less than players plus 1. In this case, we have 4, so we're pretty good. And we're going to shuffle the cards. Okay. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right, so add cards. Okay, so add cards to the unexplored universe. Shuffle the cards, and because we're playing with 2 players, I'm going to reveal 1 of them. All right, and of course I have them all kinds of directions here. That's not what we want. All right, so let's reveal 1, and we're going to put this, I'm going to put this close by-ish, but I'll just put it here for now. I will have to come back to those. So this is the card that I pulled. So it's propaganda card, and you can tell by the symbol in the top left. And that's going to go out here, placing it in the farthest left or most empty space on the left, and that is it for now. So that's that. And then players get to choose a control card. So I'll show you what these are. So control cards are these. Oy, oy, oy. So these are the backs of them. You'll see I probably pulled them up earlier. And let's actually go to the game top left so we can see this a bit closer. So control cards, these are kind of what they show on them here, so you have a good idea. You'll notice they have a number in the top left. This is going to help in determine who's going to go first if someone plays the same type of card. So if the AI played technology and I played technology, this number up here would determine who's going to go first. And then this here, the strip, tells you which cards are going to action of that color along here. So cards from your hand, so for an example, if I end up getting a card here and something like that happened, I would be actioning whatever's on that blue strip. Okay, but I haven't decided that's the card I want to work with yet. So, all right, so now let me just decide which cards I'm going to use. So this will probably be a good way to kind of go through it. I can't promise you all that this is going to be a good showing on my part, but we're going to try. So I definitely see some cards here that are good. I would like to... Oh, these are good, though. Dedicated. So ideally, I want to try and finish projects, which we'll talk about when we get to it, and breakout trackers. And projects are going to come up soon, so I really have to think about what I'm going to do, and I'll talk to you about that when we get at that point. I don't love all of the options here. Ooh. If dedicated, you may... Oh, that's a one. Okay, so I'm looking at a card here. So if dedicated, you may do the things. I'm not 100% sure what that symbol is, so let's look it up. There are a lot of symbols on the cards, and they're usually pretty good to figure out, but there are a couple that throw me for a loop from time to time, and this is one of them. So, let's see here. Move one of your astronauts from any breakthrough zone into either the man in space zone or the planet exploration zone. I see, it's just telling me to move it to a different zone, which I don't know if that really works for me. But it's a regular thing, so not mad at it. Okay, so I think I'm going to play... Ooh. Oh, yeah. But then it's just moving it within there. Sorry, there's a lot of thinking going on here. I'm debating if I want to move it to a certain spot. Yeah, that's not going to help me right now, unfortunately. I really like this ability, but it's not going to help me get stuff in here, move things around if it's dedicated, so maybe I don't want to waste that card. You're all thinking, what are you talking about? You will see momentarily. Oh, I do like this card. Okay. Oh, these are so tough. Because once you use these cards in your hand, that's it. They're done. So I feel it might be a bit soon for that. Ugh. Okay. I'm going to do this one. I'm at a loss of what I want to do, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm so confused. All right, so let's do this. So I'm going to play my technology card, which is going to go, technically it would go face down, and then for the AI, they would also place one face down. Theirs comes from the top of their deck. Mine comes from my hand. I get to choose. So let's go back to the main. Here we go. Okay, we're on the right screen. Perfect. So, if you have questions, let me know. It's a lot happening at the moment. So now that we have, let's see, players, choose a control card. We did that, face down. And then, I believe we reveal the rest of the cards. Yep. So these cards from the unexplored universe, sorry, you're probably seeing the top of my head right now, all come out on the board. So these are cards that I'm hoping, you know, if we put some cards in there earlier that you're hoping to get. So there, that goes out here, this goes out here. So I'll explain why this is important when we flip these cards over. So now we reveal our control card. So this is considered our active control card. So that is the AI's, and this is mine. So let's move those so they're not in the way. Just move those to the side. Hopefully you can still see those. Yes. Okay, so we did actually choose the same universe to choose from, but the AI in this particular case has a higher initiative value. So their initiative value, let's go take a look, is 6, and mine's off the screen. Mine's a 1. So they're gonna, and that's this number up here. But you see the colors are the same, so they get to go first. Okay, so now we go to phase 2, which is called developing the agency. So AI is going to go first. So what's going to happen here is they get to choose a card from here, but they choose I think it's the farthest left. Let me just make sure. Sorry, it doesn't. It takes the rightmost card. So I apologize. It takes this one. And it goes into their agency. So the AI doesn't resolve any of the things that might be on the card. They only resolve certain things that happen on the bottom of the card. I believe it's the breakthrough. When it comes up, I'll point it out to you because I'm throwing a lot of things at you right now. But yeah, so this one here, they just put it out. That's the card they get. The value that's on it's important later when we start doing some scoring and whatnot. Okay, so we also now can check. This is where things get a bit weird. I'll go down here so you can see. We want to check the projects to see after your turn or during your turn, you want to place an astronaut on the standby zone if you meet the requirements of this. And I probably should have paid more attention to it myself because you get to put an astronaut on the standby zone for this project. So you get to put one on the project for every propaganda, purple strip card that you put out, and red level cards that enter your agency. Unfortunately, neither of us met that condition, so neither of us are going to be putting things on the project. Not smart. You want to try and get that stuff out early to finish the project because you get points. So that is their turn. I want to make sure. All right, so what would happen normally is we would go through and see for each player who put out a propaganda, who put out technology, who put out space program, who put out breakthroughs, and you go in that order. It's just us two, and we both chose technology. AI goes first. Initiative turn order is 6. Mine is 1. So now I get to go. The card that I wanted is there, but I just realized, no, it was that card that I wanted. No! I'll tell you why this sucks, because I have to put this card in my agency. Oh, but look at that. There's nothing. No blue stripe on that card. Oh, that's so upsetting. It's starting already, and I haven't even gotten through the first round yet. But I do get to action the rest of it. So here, that symbol is telling me to take a card anywhere from technology, which I did. And then I get to draw 4 cards and put them in my hand. So there you go. So I have some choices for next time. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So I'll just pop these down. I apologize if you can't see all of them. This is a really hard game to get on camera, so I'll try my best. Leave them there. So has anybody backed this game? I know some people told me they backed it and they hadn't heard anything about it. Is this a game that was interesting to you and you just never thought to get it? I'm curious to know what you all think. Okay, so now that we've done that, we would check to see if there were any bureaucracy. The bottom of the card, none of us have that, so that's not going to happen. And then we're going to check the mission. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything with the AI. So sorry, for the first round, it's going to be a lot of me just checking this because I don't want to miss any rules. Stakes were made at 7:20. Oh yeah, no. That's just the first of many. Oh my goodness. I did not play this game optimally, especially when you're trying to play the AI. Oh, it's too much for my brain. So, yes. Oh, you didn't see it was on Kickstarter. A lot of people were saying that, but I believe this existed before as well. So, who knew? I didn't know. Suzanne's the one who told me, actually. So, now we're going to check the mission status. So, that is here. So, it might be hard to see. There you go. So, these are the missions. And the first mission that we're going to look at is this one. So, I'll pull it up to the camera so you can see. And that's telling us that we are going to be able to flip a new project, and then we're going to score. So we're going to flip the next project, which is the Pioneer Program. If we put a space program card in our agency, we get to put an astronaut here. So you can see where we can get points by placing our astronaut on these squares. Okay, well that's a bonus. And then we get to score. So let's see. All right, so AI scores. Here's where it gets not so good. So AI score double. So they look at their active control card, which is it's the blue. So the technology we're looking at, and you look at all the cards, we just have the one, so it's 2. So they are actually going to get 4 points. This is upsetting. Actually, I probably should have calculated mine, but I have 0, so they get 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This might be hard for you to see on the side there, but we have these little spaceships that I'm moving here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I got 0. That was very sad. So now that we've resolved this this mission, it gets flipped. I'll just make sure I didn't miss anything. We flip it, and check the breakthrough. That's right. So now after that, we check the breakthrough tracker, which is down here, and lo and behold, there's nothing there. There's something that happens with the AI, though. Before resolving breakthrough domination, each AI player reverse turner moves one of their astronauts according to the rules. Aha. So AI is going to get some points here. The AI player does not have any astronauts on the launch pad, but if they do, something happens, they do. They already have at least one astronaut. They move it to the breakthrough zone as follows. So there are none. So they get to basically put it, I think it goes from starting from here, going clockwise, if I'm not mistaken. But you want to make sure they don't get a tie with somebody else. They have all the places they can go. So first breakthrough zone. So, yeah, so it's going to go here. And if you're wondering why this is important, because when you score these, I believe these ones here, yep, they get points. So because we're playing with an AI, normally the person who has the most gets 4, and then the second person gets 3, but because it's just the 2 of us and with the AI, so it's going to be 3 points for first place there. So 1, 2, 3. This is garbage. Oh, I'm already losing. I don't even know if you can see it yet. You'll see more when they're like way up here. So there you go. So that is technically round 1. I hope I didn't miss anything. Let's double check. Sorry, the first round's going to be me kind of just checking stuff because I'm not 100% comfortable with this game. Hence the reason I'm like, it's not a tutorial. Okay, good. Round 1's done. Boom. All right, so now we're going to go on to round 2. So you'll kind of see some of the things that are happening. It's a lot. You have to pay attention to what's in your agency, what's in someone else's agency, because, right, they might be vying for the same cards as you. You can only get cards into your agency if they make it out to the universe. And that is when you put them in the explored universe to get out here, and you're not even guaranteed to get it at that point. And then there are projects to consider to get you points, and the breakthrough zones, or trackers as well. Now you can see why I'm like, this is a lot. So trying to manage your stuff in an AI, it can be a bit tricky, so you don't want to forget things. So here we go. So we now do that step that we didn't do. So we're back to managing the agency. So instead of drawing a card from the deck, each AI puts one card from the deck into their lab. So this was skipped in the first round. Them getting cards in their lab, it's not good, because this could be points for later, so we'll talk about that. And then, then place one card. Okay, so I get to draw one. I get to draw a card, so add it to my pile of cards here. And then one goes out into the unexplored universe. This is going to help keep that balance of cards there. All right, so now we did that. So now we're on step 2, and the AI puts one here into the unexplored universe, but I place any number of my cards that are in my hand face down into the universe. So ones that I want to try and get out here. So, yeah, I don't really love what's happening right now on my hand, question mark. Oh, there are a few good cards. I do like Vladimir Redick. He's got some good stuff happening. And let's see. I'm sorry, this is not as exciting as my usual streams. I have to concentrate or I will miss things. Ooh, I like that. Oh, yes, that's a good card too. So these are the cards I'm contemplating putting in. So I'm hoping to come out into the universe. And I like this card too. I don't want to get too wild because, well, you know, then the AI might get it and then I'll be very upset. Okay, so we did that. And we add cards. We don't need to because we have more than players plus one, so we need 3 at least. And then we're going to shuffle these. Get my workout. All right. Hopefully you're kind of following along. I know it's hard because there's stuff happening everywhere, but I'll try my best. So we do a shuffle. No, I'm not counting them. I have no idea how this is. Tell me about your days today. What did you do that was exciting? It'll make me feel less nervous about doing this game. I don't know why. I'm like sweating. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I have some macaroons over here that I'm just dying to eat, but I won't do that on camera. All right, so that's going to go out there. All right. And these go back into the unexplored universe for the time being. And then we choose a control card. So for the AI, theirs is pretty straightforward. They get to pick one. It's going to go there. And I also get to pick one, but I need to look at what I'm doing. Ideally, I want that red card badly. Aw, you all are so nice. I don't know why. This game makes me nervous. And I think it's because there's not a lot of videos on it. So, like, if you watch this one, it's not a tutorial. I'm just here to play and hopefully have fun, question mark. All right, let's see what I'm going to pick. But thank you, Amanda. I appreciate the support. You all are awesome. Okay. I do like this card, but I feel like this is not good. But if I get that card, I do want this. Don't I? Yes. Yes. Okay. I think I know what I'm going to do. And I'll explain once it's all said and done. Let me just get my cards out of the way there. All right. So we're supposed to place this face down because it's going to replace the card that's there. So, like I said, once you played a card once, that's it. It's going to go away momentarily. Aw, thanks, Tracy. I made some panda thank you cards on stream. That is amazing. Aw, you all are so great. I know this is not as chatty as our other chats, but I promise next game I'll pick something so I can not be nervous. All right, so now we're going to reveal the rest of the cards now that we've chosen those. Hopefully I won't need to review the rules after the third round. And we're going to put these out. So that's going to go there. This is going, oops, here. Red, okay, so this is good. So they're all going to come out. It's just a matter of who gets it first. I think that's where I'm a bit nervous. So that happened. Oh, good, Tracy. Ooh, what are you cooking, Tracy? I'm excited. Is it something delicious that I'm going to want to eat? Probably. And now we reveal our cards. So this is going to be the next card that I'm actioning. And let's do this one. I'll just put them on top for the AI. Like that. So this is important, you'll notice, because now the next card that I'm going to be looking at are the red, so the breakthrough cards. And the AI right now is going to be looking at propaganda cards. And then we're going to be actioning that row from the cards. So we'll see how this goes. I did not choose wisely in the first round, so this is a bit of an issue. Not thrilled about it. All right, so we resolve it in order. So we start off from the top down. So propaganda, and they have propaganda. And in this particular case, yes, in this particular case, no one is challenging them. So it's going to be just them to go. They're going to pick the rightmost card. Oh, this one has a champion symbol on it, I think it's called. And I know they said with these kinds of cards, you can only have one in your agency, or you have, so if you have one, you can replace it with a new one. And that's going to go out. Now I'm interested, and I wish they were here for this, because this was a question I had before. So if you have a card that is skipping, I mean, do you still action it? I would assume you do. It's just not in that order. Like, it's just, you're not getting as much out of it, which might be happening. Actually, that's exactly what's going to happen to mine. So something else with the AI, if they're the only active player during a step, which they are in propaganda, they take a card from the deck and place it in their lab. Oh, this isn't good. So that's going to go in their lab. Okay, let's see. What are you cooking? Baked fish. Oh, curry cauliflower rice. Oh, and avocado. That sounds so good. I'm a little jealous. I need to go make dinner. Oh no, totally go. I appreciate y'all just even being here, helping me through this. So that sounds delicious, Tracy. Yum, yum. Okay, so they've done that, and then they get to see about these. So did they put a space program card out? They did not. And they also did not... They did not put out a space program card or a breakthrough. So, nope. They didn't do that either. So, no technology, no space. So, breakthrough is me. So, I get to pick a card. And I just realized I'm picking a breakthrough card, but like honestly, I'm not getting points again. Oh, this is bad. I really need to step it up here. Yikes. All right. Well, I had plans. Apparently, it wasn't smart plans, but I had plans. I think I wanted this card, and I'll tell you why. So I think, or was it this card? Oh, it doesn't matter actually. Yeah. Martian Meteorite. So I'm taking this card. I'll put up this camera. It might be a little bit better. Because I like what's on the bottom. So it has one of these symbols where as soon as you see that, you have to do it right away as soon as you place it. So I'm going to do that. And I get to action that. And why I like that one is because it allows me to take an astronaut from my agency, that's what that symbol means, and put it into here. I should probably know the names of these, but in this breakthrough here. And then, oh, but they're going to be exhausted. So they're going sleepy time. And then I get to put another one out in here. It looks like aliens and stand like that. So putting things exhausted versus standing makes a difference. So right now, these are going to score at all. So I need to get them standing so I can get some points. Because right now, I'm not getting points from this, and it's a little upsetting. So that happens. Ooh, and I'm also going to have an action at the end, a bureaucracy, which is cool. So I did that. Now I want to check projects. I always forget to do this, but it says here, put astronaut. So technically they're supposed to go here. So I probably should have done this during the first part of my turn, like after I played that card. And because I placed a breakthrough card, that happens. This one I didn't do. So by the end of my turn, this token here, and hopefully you can see this token here, or this astronaut has to go on this project. So let me go down here so you can see what I'm doing. So this is tricky. When you place it, it has to be on, you can place it anywhere on a blue square. And if you notice, there are arrows showing you the direction. So wherever I place it, so let's say I place it here, you have to place going forward the directions of the arrow. So, and then once astronaut gets to this spot, it's going to complete the project. This isn't looking good because I feel like it might close before I have a chance to complete it. So ideally I should probably but maybe I'll get the 2 points. No. Let's put it here. Let's not be greedy. Or do I want to put it here? No, I'm going to put it there. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. I want those points. So this means I really need to step it up and get more astronauts because right now it's not looking so good. And I have none on this one. And projects are going to keep flipping. And if you look ahead, when we go back here, these are going to close some, I'm trying to think, actually, we'll be closing missions in the next couple of rounds. So if I don't get more people on there, I'm in trouble. Yikes. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, I digress. So that has happened for the project. So now, after we've done all the things for the phase 2, developing the agency, now we all do the bureaucracy. Well, I do the bureaucracy. And it would be any card that has this symbol on it. And it looks kind of like a clock with an arrow. So I'll show you quickly. Maybe you'll see it on this one here. Might be blurry. So this symbol here on the left. Okay, so with that being said, I get to do that. So it says either take an astronaut from my agency and put it into the landing pad here, or I can, it looks like I can move from somewhere in here to other places. Oh, actually, that is a possibility. Oh no, but then I won't be able to refresh. Or refresh all of your astronauts. I'm going to refresh. I want points. So if I refresh there, these are going to score. So yeah, they're still getting points, but so am I. Ha ha ha. Yes, they will score here too, because they will get an astronaut there. Ugh, so much to do. So these are what I'm saying. There's little things you kind of have to remember. Okay, so we did that. I don't think they have to do it. Is the dedicated? You may exchange. No. So if the AI had a dedicated card, then they do something in the bureaucracy phase, but they don't. So. All right. Okay, so now we're going to checking the mission status. So resolve each symbol on the mission status. Okay, so here we go. So this one here, the plus, means we flip another project. And this one is FOBS, Fractional Orbital Bombardment System. And let's go. So this one is saying that for every what is it, propaganda card that goes into our agency or space program card in our agency, then we'll be able to get an astronaut on that. So, okay. I mean, is it doable? No. I try my best. Okay, so that's that. So we did that, and then what was the next symbol? Then we score. This is so sad. I am getting 0 because I have nothing in my red line here. And because they played that, they're getting 1, so we're looking at their propaganda line. And they're getting 2 because it doubles. Okay, not horrible. I don't still have any points, but we're going to change that momentarily. So now that we've done that, and then here, so that's this, we do, oh, you know what I just realized? I made a mistake. They shouldn't have scored this. It didn't ask us to score, I don't think. Breakthrough, it did not. So my apologies. Yes, it didn't ask us to do that last turn. It's asking us to do it now. So I made a mistake. So they should not have had 1, 2, 3 those points from last turn, but I believe their astronaut, yeah, so they actually would not have one out here. So rewind. See, I knew I was going to make a mistake. According to this, it's only when we resolve this particular icon. So unfortunately it's fortunate for me because I just lost 3 points, but it's going to happen this turn because we do have the symbol. So sorry to have confused you on that. So now we're going to be doing the breakthrough domination, and this is where they would, the AI, if they didn't have a player here, they would put one here, and then put it in Launchpad, and if you have one, it moves into the breakout zone. So it is going to actually move here at this point. Okay, and then I don't get to place mine out. I have to do mine differently, so they're fine. They're there. And now we're going to score it. So right now they're going to get their 3. 1, 2, 3. And then because I have no one challenging me here, no one challenging me here, and I'm not exhausted anymore, I'm going to get 3 points for here and 3 points for here. So that's going to be a total of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we resolve each zone in here. Look at that. I'm almost caught up. Yay! All right. So that's good. So we did that. Now this has been resolved, so we flip it. Good. So now that we've done that, we did the breakout, and then I believe we just do it all over again. I always feel like I'm missing something when I do this, but I think I'm just missing that I'm not getting the points that I want right now. All right, so here we go. So first step, so we are going to draw a card. That's going to go in our hand. Yoink. And one goes in here. And for the AI, they put a card from the deck into their lab, which is really upsetting because it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And then they put one from here into the explored universe. Okay. So some of you have better memories than I do, so I'm sure you'll remember all this. For me, I have to keep looking at it, as you can see. I don't want to make mistakes. So now I get to choose what cards I want to take from here and put them in the unexplored universe so I can get them on the board. But I don't want to cover other things that are out. So these don't slide. Okay. As I'm playing card games, I'm thinking I have Marvel, Champions sitting there that needs to be sleeved, and Marvel United I've backed on Kickstarter. So yeah, I'm gonna have lots of sleeving soon. Does anyone own either of those games? All right, let's see. All right, well, I haven't been playing this as well as I probably should be. So let us... Yeah, I really need to get projects done, and I don't have cards that are allowing me to do that, which is really poop-a-loop. So, I will place... Okay, I like where these are going. Is that... Nah, see, that's not going to help me with that project, though. I don't like any of these options. Okay. Oh, I do see a card that I like there. Hold on. Ooh, yes. Yes. I'm good to play these. Okay. So I'm keeping a couple cards in hand just in case. And then I'm going to put 3 cards out here because I want them to come out so I can see them first. You own neither, Amanda? Okay. I know. I just got into it for all of a sudden. Weird thing, right? I'm like, sure. That's a thing. But it's fun. I've played a couple times. Suzanne has played a lot. But super, super fun. So now we're going to shuffle and reveal 1. Oh. All right, here we go. Shuffle these. Reveal 1. All right. And let's see what we're going to do here. Boop, 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 boop. All right, and this is going to reveal a red. So this is where it's going to go to the next available open spot. So it's going to be here. If they were all full, it would have gone on top of that card. So cards can get covered. So now the AI chooses a card. Yoink. And then I choose a card. And I had plans for this. I want to get this project rolling. So I'm going to... I don't think I'm going to finish this, to be honest. I'm going to try. Let's see here. I'm going to play... Well, I actually don't know why I'm even contemplating this. I could do that. Is that too early? Ugh, it's not great. Not the card of my dreams, but I do like this card a lot. You're all like, what card are you talking about? Yeah, I might have to play it. I don't have a great hand here. So, and then technically I would play my control card down. And then I believe I reveal. Reveal. Oh, yes. No, we reveal the cards from here. Oi, oi, oi. This is a stretch. Here we go. So that's going to go there. I liked that card, but unfortunately that's not where I ended up going. This is going to go here. This is going to go here, and this is going to go here. Okay, so we got a nice selection of cards here. I'm not mad at it. You don't own it, Tracy? No, don't feel bad if you don't own Champions or United. I was just curious because I know a lot of people own it. So I feel bad. It wasn't meant to make you feel bad, I promise. So there we go. Normally you would see these. I just don't have the room, so we're going to do it like this. So this is showing us that the purple line is going to be activated here. And for me, it's going to be purple. So if you notice, these get covered. So regardless, those are not going to, they're not going anywhere. So when it's covered, it's covered. Great. AI is going first. Again. This sucks because they're going to pick... Oh. Is that what I wanted? No, because I don't have anything in my lab yet. No. It's good. It's fine. So now we're on to phase 2. And they are going to take, so their faction is dedicated. So I know something happens with the AI later, but we'll see how that works. They get to take this card, which we'll put here. Sorry, it's going to be a little overlapping at this point. And to make sure I'm not covering anything. No, I am not. And they get to do, that's it. That's all they get to put there. That's all we're worried about for them. I'm actually going to push this down a bit because I'm probably going to have to bring cards down. Okay, so that's that. we can check the pro. So they did put a purple card down, which means technically they could go here and they could put an astronaut here because they did put down a card from the space program. And they also put down one that matches here because they put down a purple, which is the space program as well. And I know with the AI, when they're placing into projects, it works a little differently. I think if they have not been on here, their first one goes at the end, but on a blue square, if I'm not mistaken. So I think it has to go here. And then they follow regular placement rules after that, if I'm not mistaken. That's how that works. And in this one, I think this one goes here. So let me just verify that because placement of these kind of matters. So bear with me for a moment. Okay, if there are no astronauts, they place their astronauts in a way that the last astronaut occupies the closest available blue space to the end space. Okay, yes, so I think I did that right. Yep, good. Wow, I remembered something. Shocking. What's Tracy saying? My card game these days is Hero Realms. Oh, I love Hero Realms. I just got the Rune of Thandar, and I'll play it after I break out Under Falling Skies. Oh, I'm going to stream that one eventually. It's another one I have to learn. I played that with Calvin on a stream before, and it was quite good. And you're just not into the IP of the Marvel. Totally get that. I mean, you kind of have to be into it to do it, so I totally understand that. So, they did that, they did that. Dak places it in their lab. Yeah, they are not the only active players, so they're not going to do that. And, okay. Yeah, so they are going to do something when we get to bureaucracy. So, that's their turn. For me, I get to action this, so I get to take a card from here. I think I want to do this one, because I can use that for next time. This ability is technically gone, so I'm just going to do this to cover it a bit, so don't worry about what's on the bottom, and I've resolved it already. Yeah, so that kind of sucks because again, I'm not getting points for that. But on this one, it says this level is equal to the number of cards with the orange strip. So unfortunately, right now it's only worth 1. So I'm hoping that picks up later. I have no other abilities for purple there, but I do get to action these. So I picked a card from here to put in my agency. Now I have a couple options, which is cool with this card. I can actually do, so if you're looking at this symbol here, I can do one or the other of both symbols, or I can do a combination of the two. So let's take a look. I think I could take 2 cards from the deck and then put I could take a card from the deck and then put a card into the lab. I think that's how that works. Or is it 2 and 2? So let me just verify that. Symbols, symbols, symbols. This one's kind of a big one. So I remember reading it the other day and going, that's cool. Yep, it's split 1 and 1. Okay, so I'm going to do, I could draw one and put one in my lab. Or we'll draw one and put it in my hand. I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to draw one. I wonder if I get to look at it first. I'm assuming I do. Oh, ooh, that's really good. Oh. No, I'm actually going to, yeah. So I'm going to draw one and then put this in my hand. Yep. Actually, technically I could have drawn 2, I guess, but I think I have to draw one because I was going to do that. Do I think I have to say it in advance? And if I do, that means I have to put that in my lab. Oh, no. So it says draw 1 card from the deck to your hand and then place 1 card from your hand to the lab. Oh, okay, so I don't actually have to use that particular card. Thank goodness, because it was really good. Kind of like this one, so I'm going to place this one in my lab. So those just go face down. You just need to know how many cards are there for scoring purposes later. Okay, good. So I did that, and that's all that's going to happen for me there. Now we're going to do bureaucracy. I thought I had a bureaucracy card, but I don't. So AI is, oh, sorry, I should check too for here, the projects. I knew I was going to forget. I did put down a purple, so a space program. Technically, I would put it here, and then I would have one that goes here. And yeah. So now I think my first one can go anywhere from what I was told for this project. I have a strong suspicion, though, these are going to be closing soon. So I'm almost tempted to just put it... I think it has to be on a blue space, though, the first one. Yeah. I'm almost tempted to put it... I don't want it to get ahead of me. I think I'll just put it here, because then it'll just fill up the next ones. And then this one has to go in order, so it's going to go here. Okay. So now it says, if an AI player is dedicated, it moves one of their astronauts from the launch pad into a breakout zone, or to the launch pad if they don't have one there. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I think we had a bit of a delay there. My apologies. Hopefully I'm back. All right. So let's go to now. Hang on, it threw me right off. Okay. So now we're going to bureaucracy we didn't have. Check the mission status. All right, cool. So now we look here. So this one tells us, what does that one mean? The arrow, we're closing a project. If the oldest project is complete, players gain progress according to the placement of their astronauts. Then, whether complete or not, it is closed, and any astronauts are returned to their agencies. This is garbage. So I didn't finish this. I knew it was coming. I just thought maybe I'd be able to finish it. So this project is closed. So all of our stuffs go back to our agency. I'm just putting my little cups to the side, and this goes bye-bye. And then another project opens. Oh my goodness, this is a thing. Then we score. Wow, this is where it gets so ugly. Let's see. So I am going first. I'm going to do it based on this. No, it's them first. So they put out a purple. Oh my goodness, they're getting 6 points because they have 3, and then you multiply it by 2, or it's times 2, so 6. So they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my goodness. Yay, I get 2 points. Yay. Wow, this isn't going well for me at all. So there we go. So that's that. We did complete this now, so that gets flipped. Let me just make sure that's right. Yes, it is. Okay. That goes like that. And now we start all over. So we're now on to the next round. So it picks up a little bit. You can play this, by the way, with multiple AIs. I'm struggling enough with one, so this is normal mode, and I'm here for that. So let me get a sip. The thirst is real right now. Okay, so back to the beginning. I think I sang that in a meeting the other day because it was so they needed to start from the beginning, and it was just all over the place. So I think I said, let's start from the very beginning, a very good place to start. And my manager was like, I know that. That's a Julie Andrews song. She was so excited. I'm like, yes, yes, it is. It made me so happy. All right, so I get to draw a card. All right. I don't know why I put those that way. They get a little upside down. And they get to put this in their lab. Yoink. All right. And then they put one from here to here. I now have the opportunity to put one from my hand into there. And there are a couple that I'd like to get out, actually. Actually, I want all 3 of these to go out. Although that leaves me with no cards in hand. That makes me nervous. And if I get this card, I will need it. What do I need to put out? The card I need to put out, this project is going to close next round, so... Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Tracy, you haven't heard that song in years, right? It just popped into my head. I don't know why. Okay, I don't love the situation here, but I'm going to put these 2, and hopefully something good comes out of it. All right, so we did that. And now we make sure that it's at least 3 cards here, which I think it is. It's so weird with 3 because I'm trying not to think of what I put in here. So we shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay. And one goes out. So this one will go here. So this card is technically covered. This is what's available now. All right, I'm just going to leave these cards here instead of me having to keep reaching for them. Yes, now we select... Actually, we'll put it here. Someone watching this might get confused. So AI picks a card, goes there. I pick a card. Oh, what am I doing? I get to look at my cards. Hello. And let's see what I want to do. Ideally, I would like to do this, but that would mean that they also need to do it because it is going to close. And I don't think I have anything that's going to allow me to do that. Maybe. Anything with a project. I'm desperate. No. No. This is garbage. Although, what's looking good right now? Ideally, I want to place that. I don't like the card that's there. Oh, that's cool. That could work out nicely, actually. Okay. I see something I want to do, but it's a gamble. But I might do it anyway. Oh, this is worrisome. Okay. I'm going to do it. Let's see what happens. I don't know if it's the right option, but it's an option. So there we go. So I've now picked my control card that I'll be placing. So I did that. And now we're going to reveal the rest of the cards, which are only 2. Oh my goodness. Need a mat for these. And this is going here, and this is going here, which covers this. Okay. Really wanted that card. I know I should have done it, but I'm hoping they didn't pick it. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Ugh. Okay. So now we've done that. So now we reveal. So AI is revealing. Oh my goodness. Why do they keep trying to copy me? Although now I'm excited though, because that project will finish. Now, what happens when there's a tie? That I don't know. For substance, okay, initial order. Okay. I don't know. Crossing fingers. I know, I really need some points. It would be really good if I could get some. So I just want to see what happens if we tie. All right. The player with the highest, okay, followed the next highest, and so on. 2 players tie. The player who is ahead. Oh, well, I am not ahead on the track, so we know who's going to break this tie. Yeah, it's the AI. Great. And oh, that's garbage. Are you joking? Does this mean I get nothing? Oh. Okay. Let me tell you what happened. I wanted this card because it would have allowed me to possibly put an extra card in here and get some things. Not going to happen now because the AI gets it. Now, they don't resolve anything on it, but it is working toward their points, although there's no purple on it, so that's not really going to happen. So I'm actually going to do this because their points, they don't have anything that resolves. Wow, that was extremely upsetting. Oh, now I don't actually know what happens if there are no cards. Do I get nothing? Because if that's the case, I'm a little upset about this. So this did not happen to me in my practice playthrough. So, oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. It says, yeah, if for each of the steps, if no player has an appropriate active control card, skip that step. Nope, that's not the issue. All right. On your turn, you may activate as many as well as active control. Okay. Actually, very interesting. I do not see how this happens. I don't have a card to choose from. Oh my goodness. Yes, it's garbage. Like, what do I do? If a card, yeah, I actually don't think, does that mean I just don't get a card? I know the AI gets a card from the next available row, but I have a strong suspicion that does not apply to me. So there you go. That's actually never happened to me. So I'm going to play it as in I don't get one per se, but that's really upsetting now. Oh. Yeah. Okay, well, there you go, everybody. I am not getting a card. Huh. That's not happened. Well, I feel like that's a little wild. So how does that work? No universe cards to take. If a card ability allows you to take a card from users with no cards, we can choose a card from the closest preceding section. Okay, so I do get to take one from there. You may do this if the ability that allows you to do this is the first ability you activate on your turn. Okay. Put it in your agency. All right. Or draw 3 cards from the deck into your hand. I don't know which one I like. And put it in your agency. You may only do this if the ability that allows you to do this is the first ability you activate on your turn. Yeah, so I could just take a card from the blue section, which again is not helping me whatsoever. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I could draw... Yes, I need one of Amanda's cards. This is depressing. But before I forgot. They actually get an astronaut that goes out. Technically, it would have gone here, but it's going to go here. I'm so mad this is not going to resolve. But then I'm kind of not mad because then they're not getting points either, because I would be getting 1 point if that resolved. Garbage. So I think I'm actually just going to draw the 3 cards into my hand and hope that I get something better next time. Oh, this is... I'm not happy about it, just FYI. Actually, and I should have checked these as well for the AI. So they did do this one, which is putting that card into... Oops, that's me. So technically they would go here for their first one, and they didn't do that one. Okay, so then this one, for me, I did do this, so I'm going to go here. I'm just desperate to finish a project, my goodness. I'm very upset, if you couldn't tell already. Alright. What's this? Oh, I would love cards. As you can see, it's not going well for me right now. Tracy, I'm not at all fancy. I nearly ordered a burger and fries. Oh, that sounds so good right now. Like I said, I have some macaroons sitting here watching me, and I'm like, I can't eat on the stream. It's rude. But they look so delicious. After this, I'm going to need it. Oh, I don't have any bureaucracy abilities, and neither does the AI. So now we're going to go to check the mission status. Wow. Seriously, I'm not doing well here. This, I think, is going to be great with more players. For me and the AI, I'm just too focused on getting it right. So here is where this project is going to close. So close, no cigar. Bye! So the project closes. That's unfortunate. And then another one opens. So this is the last one in the line of projects to open. And this one is if we put red cards out, we're going to get to put an astronaut here. Oh, do we get to put a card in our lab? Players gain 1 progress for each card in their lab. Oh, come on. I have 1. How much does the AI have? So this is where lab cards come into play. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hate you so much, AI. They have 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we're going to do this again. But it says before resolving, the AI moves one of their astronauts. Launchpad, it places one on the launch pad. Nope, they have one. So now it goes to move an astronaut increases the progress it would gain. Oh, the AI is kicking my butt. It's so hard. And then, oh wait, it's about to get worse. So here they're getting 6 more points. So 3 for this, 3 for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. However, I'm also going to get 6 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's still a bit of a race here, but the AI keeps taking the cards of my dreams. It sucks. Tracy, this game doesn't like you. Don't hold it against Space. You know, I'm starting to wonder here. Space does not like me either, but to be fair, I don't dislike the game. I just think I'd like it better with more people. I'm just really bad at it against the AI. I think maybe I might have a chance with the human. Maybe. I don't know. Or doubtful. Okay, so we did that, and there we go. So now we are on to the next round. So you can see we're just flying. Flying isn't good, because I'm flying and... I don't say die. I'm not dying, but I'm losing. That's probably the better terminology. All right, so now we do the things. So, yes. They get to put another one in their lab. Oh, good gravy. I need to get cards in my lab. This is a problem. I get to draw one. Oops. My cards are a hot mess here. I know you can't see them, but okay, not mad at that. And they put one here. I get to decide if I want to put some stuff out. Well, looking at the projects coming out, red would be nice, but red is not going to get me any points. Oh, I forgot to score points from this as well. From here. So I forgot to do that. So that means actually they played purple. So they're going to have another 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I should have had 1, 2. Wow, this is bad. I forgot to do that. That was the top of step 3 I forgot to do. Maybe I forgot to do it because I knew that they were going to just fly ahead. So they're past my birth year, actually. They're past 1980. I was born 1980. And I am slowly approaching 1970. I'm still in the 60s. I mean, I like the fashion of the 60s. There we go. That's something. All right. So I get to put some stuffs in the deck. So let's do... Oh, I want this card. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, there's a card I want that'll help me kind of put some stuff on a project, so I'm here for it. Although, yes. So much yes. But I don't know about these other cards. Oh, this is also a good one, too. So, these are the two that are going to come out. Very excited for these two. Especially this one. Because it lets me put more astronauts on projects. So, that's going to happen. So there are 3, which is good, so I don't have to add any more cards. Oh, meetings. Oh, Tracy. Yes, meetings are a thing. I wish I could share with you all this. Is it on TikTok? And this person had like meeting lingo and what it actually means. Oh, it was so spot on. I have to, if I can find it, I'll send it to you. It's so good. All right, so we're going to shuffle these. I was going to say we expose one. Oh gosh, that sounds terrible. We flip one over. Oh, that was a bad choice of words. And this is a red one. Whoops. So it's going to cover this one, which I'm a little upset about, actually. That was a good card that was underneath. Probably shouldn't have put that card out then. I'm going to leave this here because we're going to go back out in a second. We choose... let's do the AI first. And then I get to pick something. And I know the card of my dreams is going to come out. So no joking around this time. I'm going first. As long as I don't play a 6, we're good. So that technically would go like this. And then all of these go out, the remaining ones. So that goes there, which means I'm not going to get this card, which makes me very happy. And that goes there. And now we reveal. Okay, I'm just doing this for spacing purposes, but normally you would push it up and you would see them all. I'm just doing it this way for space. Okay, so thank goodness they are not doing the same thing as me. So annoying. And now we're going to, let me just make sure. Great. So now we're going to resolve. So they don't have anything there. They don't have anything there. Okay. So propaganda is me. I get to go first. Woo! So I have a 6. Wasted my 6 for no reason. I probably should have realized that I think they may have played their 6 already, but here we go. Oh, meetings back to back is the worst, especially when I'm teaching a class and then I have to go to meetings after. Yes, I agree. So I get to pick. So first things first, symbol on here tells me I get to pick a card from here. I had one in my mind. Which one was it? Oh, it was this one. It was this one. I just want to make sure that is the one I want. When another... Oh, that's good. What's this? The one I picked is, you may place 2 astronauts on any project, and then my faction is dedicated. I mean, I don't think that's going to help me much right now, but here we are. And I don't think there's anything on there, no. Okay, so I like where this is going. There's no other abilities. Oh, yes, and I get to activate all abilities in that color. So I get to do this. So I get to take a card from my hand and put it in my lab. And I think I will do this card. I'm happy for that. Oh, and I should have done this as soon as I placed it. So I get to place 2 astronauts on any project Huzzah. So a couple things are going to happen here. Because it's the flag that I placed down, so the propaganda, I am going to get 1 that go there. And then I get to place another 2. Woo! To finish it. And I think that's how that works, with the last one's on there to finish. So this is very exciting. And that happens. I did all the things there. Perfect. So now we are over to the AI. So the AI doesn't resolve there, but they do take a card, and they're going to take one of these. So they take the farthest right. So that's going to go like this. It has a breakout, but it doesn't have the other symbols. So I think it's if they have an ability to place astronauts in here, they can use it, but that is not the case, so they don't get to use it as far as I know. But because it was the only player for that, resolving that particular place in the universe, they get a card in their lab. Ugh. Thought I was preventing that, but apparently not. Okay, so that's good. So we did that. And we did that. I did put my things in a project. We did do that for... Nope, we have to do it for the AI. I don't think it applies to them. It does not. So that is good. And I want to see, because I'm going to resolve a project. So I'm wondering if, let's see here. Oh. So I'm assuming it only gets... Oh, it's going to get closed this route. Okay, good. And yeah, then whether or not... Okay, this is good. So we did all that. Projects, that's good. Now we're on to step 3, which is checking the mission status. Things are good. Okay, so the mission status is what I was looking at. So it's this here. So this project is going to close, whether it was completed or not. In this case, it is completed. And since this is the first time that I've actually completed a project, let's see what we're supposed to do. So, you cannot place, okay. Okay. All right, I just want to know how to score it. Okay, okay, so I believe this is now where I'm going to be able to score it based on, it's the oldest, which is that one. And they equal some members. Okay, so the spaces, okay. Okay. All right, cool. So AI gets to go first. They get to resolve there, so they get 1 point. Ha ha ha, 1 point. I gotta stretch all the way over here to do this. Okay. Me, on the other hand, very excited. Oopsie. So I get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's why projects are you want to get those done. So that is done. Yay! So we closed that project and I got some points. I'm here for it. Now we're going to do scoring. And scoring for the AI, because they're still ahead of me anyway. So they are going to get, oh, they're getting a lot of points here. 2 plus 2 is 4 and 5. They're going to get 10 points, because remember, it doubles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I played propaganda. So this one, the star is the level is equal to the number of cards with the pink, the orange in my agency. So I wonder if it counts your control card. It just says cards, so I'm going to say yes. So 1, 2, and does it count itself? I would think it does. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to say that's worth 4 points for this. So that's 2 plus 4, 6 is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm pretty sure it counts that itself. That I would probably have to verify, but we're going to go with it. And if someone notices, they will surely put it in the comments below for me. So totally fine. We make mistakes, but I mean, that seems to make sense from what I can gather. So Yahoo, yeah. That's good. So I'm catching up. Not quite there yet, but catching up. So we did that. So that was phase 3. They got their points. We got my points. There's no breaking out happening here, so we're not getting points here. That's going to happen for the last 2 rounds. And that is that, as far as I'm aware. Yes, I always feel like I'm missing something. I hope not. Let's see. Nope. That's what it is. All right, let me get a sip of the ginger ale. Gosh, I feel like my parents are from the islands when you drink ginger ale. It's like that's a staple. I don't know, Tracy. Is that something you had in your house? We have ginger ale all the time. It's in case someone gets sick. Okay. 2 more rounds. So, first things first. AI gets to put this in their lab. And I get to draw one. Yep, ginger ale. I knew it. It's like a staple in every Caribbean household, I swear. I get to draw a card, and then one of these goes out here. Now I get to put cards into the deck. I mean, I ideally want to try and get some cards here and try and prevent this situation from getting worse. Or at least prevent them from getting points. And I don't really like any of these cards. What's the new project? It's red. I don't know if I'm able to finish that in the next few rounds, though, because it's asking you to close the oldest one. So this one, which is not going to get done. So I really want to work on that one. Red's not getting me points. I need points. Okay. So, yeah. All right, so let's try and get... I don't really care for any of these being out here. Although, I'm not mad at this. Hopefully the AI doesn't get it, because that could go very badly for me. So I'm only going to put one out. But I have to add another one because there are only 2 there. So, to make it 3. Player count +1. It is great for the tummy. It makes me relax, hence the reason I'm drinking ginger ale now as we speak. It makes me relaxed. Oh, goodness. All right. And what's coming out? I'm just going to leave these down here because it's a bit of a reach for me there, but they're supposed to be an unexplored universe. So this came out, which is kind of the card I want, but I really want to get points. But if I put that orange line out... tricky. I don't... Can I put those See if it lets me place them here, which I like, but they're exhausted, which means I'll need a card to unexhaust them. So I'm looking at cards here potentially to place in here that I could use, but none of them are going to get me points, and I'm concerned because right now the AI is kicking my butt. So that's their card. It's a bit messy there. Ugh. Let me see. Oh boy. So I have nothing that's going to unexhaust, which is a bit of a problem. And I don't have anything with bureaucracy. This is equal to the number of cards. Yeah, see, I kind of want this purple one, but I kind of blew it when I played the 6 that round. So I'm going to play a 3. Oh, this is not good, I think. So I actually prefer ginger beer. Oh, Tracy, no. I know. I swear. I'm like the only Caribbean person that doesn't like ginger beer. I don't like it. But I do like Malta. I love Malta. But ginger beer, not for me. But my mother loves it. Oh, my goodness. We even have homemade one. It is strong. But all my friends are like, oh, it's delicious. And then meanwhile at the ranch, I'm like, ooh, have it. No, thank you. Ooh. I don't know what it is. I find it too spicy for my liking. But that's just me. There's a symbol here that I don't know. So for those who are jumping in for the first time watching this is only like my second-ish time playing this game. There are a lot of little things, so yes, I am referring to the rulebook to make sure I'm not cheating. That would be a good thing, right? So there's a symbol on here that I'm not 100% sure. Move one of your astronauts from any breakout zone, and I'm assuming to any other. Whenever you place or move an astronaut into any breakout zone. Okay. That doesn't make any sense what that said. So I'm assuming I get to move it to any breakout zone. Yes. Any of the 4. That's what we're going to go with. It's strong. And don't get me wrong, ginger beer is good. But apparently that's like, I know they say it's like a hipster thing where people are now getting it at the bars and stuff and mixing it with beer and everything. I'm like, I know nothing about it. I don't really drink that. So, what do I know? All right, so now we're going to reveal this. These remainder of the cards. I don't know if I played this right, but we're about to find out. So we did that. We did the reveal. And now we reveal our control cards. Oh, they played red. Thank goodness. So I will be going first. So I am doing space program, so it's the purple. I have take a card from there. So this is the card that I was going for. There's no purple on it, but there's a reason. So I'm not really going to get a lot of points for it now. So technically, let's do that. Sorry, I'm running out of room here. Yoink. Yes, this is a big game if you haven't noticed, but sorry, this is going to have to stay like that. Okay, so I played that, and I get all of the... No, I get only purple abilities, which I don't think I have any on that card. I do not. See, I didn't play cards that gave me a lot of things, so I actually don't have a lot of abilities, which can be a curse. Oh. Now, can I place anything out here? No. I don't meet any of the requirements for these projects. Not going to happen. However, red is going to do that for me. Great. So, red is going to go, or sorry, AI is going to go and play in that red area, which is breakthrough. And a card from the deck goes into their... Probably shouldn't have looked at it. Oops. Goes into their lab. Wow, that pile is getting obnoxiously large, and we're going to be scoring some major points for lab cards, and I have 2. Yeah, this is a problem. So they actually do have a breakout. Do they do... Sorry, bureaucracy. Do they do bureaucracy? I don't think so, but let's just quickly double check. No, it's only if they have to play something into that zone, so that's fine. Okay, so they have the red, so they're going to take the rightmost. And they are going to play the bottom part, the breakthrough part, because it does allow them to put astronauts into the breakthrough tracker. Oh, that's garbage. Are they dedicated? Thank goodness. Huh. Okay. But instead of it is dedicated, they're not. Okay, so now they get to take one of these, and oh my gosh, this is so bad. They get to put one here. Oh, great, they're winning that. And they get to put... Oh, they're exhausted. Oh, thank goodness. So they get to put one here like this, and one here like this, exhausted. Which, let's be clear, is fine with me because I could still win those. They're not standing. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. Okay, so that's fine. We did that. They did that. We did the bottom portion of that card. They do not resolve bureaucracy. So that's it for that round. And then we're going to go to... I always feel like that goes so fast. Now we're going to check, and they don't, yes, they do actually meet this requirement. So technically, when they were doing their things, they should have gone here because they put out a red card, breakthrough card, and then they would put their astronaut there. Last blue space. Yeah, I don't think that's going to resolve anytime soon. Okay, so now we're on completing the mission. So this is actually going to close this, which I didn't put any... Sorry, not this. It's going to close this one, the oldest one. So it's going to close this one. Nobody's on it, so it's gone. Then we're going to score points based on this symbol. So the AI is going to get... They played red. They're going to get 6 points. This is garbage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am going to score... I played purple. Oh gosh, this is sad. 3 lonely points. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, the lead is getting worse. And then we are going to score these. So before an AI, so I have to move one from here to here. And yes. Meets the condition of the step until it. Okay, perfect. All right, so now, oh wow, they're gonna win this one and this one for another 6 points, and I'm still winning here because of this sleepyhead. So I'm also gonna get 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I should have moved this first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You probably can't even see that, but they're rounding the board. This isn't going well for me. So after that, we did the things, and okay. All right. Follow the steps below in order to attempt to move an astronaut that meets the condition of the step. Okay. All right, so that's good. So now we are done with this. And we are on the last round. Thank goodness, because I don't think I can take any more. I'm getting spanked right now. It's super bad. Oh, man. Okay, I need to get stuff in my lab as soon as possible. So, first things first. Starting from here, the AI gets a card. Their lab is like, they're going to get so many points from this lab, like it's unbelievable. One's going to go here. I should have drawn a card. Now I get to put cards in there. Nothing is going to help me at this point, so I don't know. I would need to put 3 out. I need that. Is there anything on this board that's going to get me either more points here or more in my lab? None of these things will do this for me. Not a 1. This is garbage. When another... Ugh. Just telling you right now, this isn't going well. Oh well, at least people have an idea of how it plays. So, I feel like this stream's way more serious because I'm trying to figure these cards out. It's terrible. Oh, I could play that card. Oh, I do like that card though too. Ooh. Oh no, I don't want that card at all. That's terrible. Why would I want that? I want this one. Oh yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to put this card out. And I do need to keep card here. So we're going to do this. And I think that only puts 2, so I do have to add another one from the deck to make it an even 3. We're going to put one out. Okay. To start, it's going to go here. Oh, no, it's going to go here. And these are going to stay here until I'm ready to place them. They have to choose a card. I get to choose a card. Oh yeah, it was a card I wanted to put out. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh my gosh, I forgot the card I wanted to put out. Oh no! Ooh, was it blue? I can't remember. Unbelievable. I actually forgot the color of the card I wanted to put out. Son of a biscuit. Whatever project you have closes, you may... I don't want that card. I actually really need this card to happen. So if it's wrong, I'm in trouble. Although I'm also tempted to take... Oh, but then it won't do that one. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is not good. It's not going to resolve because I think it's the wrong color. Oh, no. Okay. Well, this last round is going to go out with a bang, but it's not going to be for me. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we're going to put the rest of the cards, and I legitimately forgot the card I wanted. Yep, I didn't play the right thing, but that's okay. Oh, no. I did play the right thing. I just can't get it. Because I'm going to be resolving blue, not purple. Boo earns. Wow. I actually hope the AI gets better things than I do. Here we go. So they also did blue, but guess who's going first? Me, because I played a 6. Son of a biscuit. Ugh. Okay. So I get to take a card from technology. all these are not the cards of my dreams, but that also is not great. So unfortunately, I'm going to just be looking for points here. I don't see anything else of value to do. Because nothing else in blue I have gets points. So I don't even know if getting cards in my hand is worth it, but that's upsetting. So I'm just going to place this under here. But technically it's going to be part of this line. And it doesn't meet this project requirement. And the blue, like I said, has nothing. And then this one is saying to take 3 cards from the deck and place it in my hand. I don't see how that's going to help me at all, but here we are. So they're just going to go to my hand. Put those down here. And what did I place? Oh, I placed this. So I should have done this immediately. So before I did that, 1, 2, 3, I should place a card from my hand. So I did have cards in my hand, so I could just place it here into investment. And if not, I would have had to cover the card, but I was able to pay the upkeep. And that would have been, yes, that wasn't a bureaucracy, so it was just would have happened the one time. And then I have my 3 cards in hand. Wow, terrible, worst turn. That's theirs. So they are going to pick the rightmost card here in technology. So that's going to go there for them. And because they were the only ones to go there, they get a card in their lab. This is awful for me. I think that's it. They don't have any bureaucracy. They said, oh yes, but their faction is dedicated. And I know something happens if they're dedicated. Instead, if an AI player is dedicated, it moves one of their astronauts from the launch pad into a breakout zone. Great. So it goes from here to here. And okay, so increase. Okay, so it's going to tie. Move one astronaut to the first breakout zone where it would tie with another player. So it's going to move here. Because right now this is exhausted. Because the first thing would be to move it into the first breakout zone where it increases the progress it would gain by doing so and not tie with another player. And technically it's already winning this one. And this one is where the next step is if they would tie, that would be the next place they would go. So it's going to be here. This is... What is this? Sorry, a little upset right now. Oh, gosh. Oh, Tracy, don't, it's like, this is why I have to refer to the book so I don't forget things. We're going to talk about it after I'm done, how I feel about the AI and the solo play, but there's a lot of stuff. Like, look at the board. I had to split it up into 2 screens. It's a lot. So, they did the things. They do not meet this requirement for this project, so that happens. Nothing happens for that. So then we move into checking the mission. This is where things go downhill for me. We close a project. This one, it's not finished, so bye. See you later. Score the points. Oh my gosh, they're getting 10 points. No, they're getting more than 10 points. They're getting 2, 4, no, 10 points. Woof. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm getting 3. Wow, I suck. I suck at this game. At least I'm stuck in the 90s. I mean, some good music. Now we add points for our cards in our lab. I have 2. So I'd move this 2. I don't even know if you can see this. I don't even know if I should be tracking it. Let's see how much the AI has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They have 11 cards. So I don't even know if this... Oh yeah, it keeps going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they're at 2025. I'm still in the 90s. It's been a rough year. And then it goes to this, where they've managed to also take over some areas that I'm in. A little sad about this. So they're basically getting 3, 6. They're tied here. So we're both going to get points for this one, actually. So they're going to get 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm getting 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's for that. So that mission is complete. Yeah, it's bad. I'll show you. Oh, I did move out of the 90s into 2000, so it's not that bad. Well, it's bad. But So we've done that. And now let's take a look at end of the game. So after you receive the final scoring of the 7 mission tile, the game ends. Wow. So for those who want to know what this, my score is abysmal. So let's take a look. I landed close to 2005, and the AI landed close to 2035. So that should tell you how poorly I did against one AI. Keeping in mind you can play with multiple AIs. So for those who were jumping in, this wasn't a tutorial. I just wanted to kind of run through it and kind of explain what I was doing as I went. Hard to see. The board is huge, so I had to split it up into the 2 scenes. So I apologize if it was a bit hard to see. So let's switch over. So for those who didn't catch that, I lost by a lot. So let me go to the main screen. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I was really stressed out about doing this game. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to keep checking rules because I'm playing with the AI, and then I have to remember rules for myself. And it's not like the rules for the AI are the same as for you. There are slight differences, and my memory is so poor, like I'm not even ashamed to admit it. It's really bad. So for me, if I don't have something like step by step in front of me, I'm gonna forget, or I don't want to forget things because there's so many things. And this is the type of game that I don't enjoy playing solo at all, because there are just too many things to go wrong and for me to cheat. So that being said, it is not a bad game. I like the game. I like where it's going. I like that you have multiple areas that you can get some points. I like that you need to kind of build up your tableau to work off of cards and then work off of other things on the board to get your points. I like all of those things. I think it's really great. I like cards that have different functions and love it. Solo, it's too much for me. Someone who is an avid solo player may enjoy this. I personally don't like this much upkeep in a solo game. This game also takes up a lot of room on a table. It's just a lot to manage, and it's just not comfortable for me. So I don't know if I know some of you in the chat do play solo games. What are your thoughts from what you've seen? I know it's not, you maybe didn't catch all of it, but what are your thoughts on how this is? It's I just there's a lot. There's a lot. But I like the game. So let's be clear, it has nothing to do with me enjoying like the actual, I see where it's going, and I would love to play this multiplayer. There's an expansion as well, which obviously I didn't throw in here because I was just learning the basic game. But yeah, I would really, really like, let me just make sure that that's on. Okay, perfect. I would really, really like to play this with more people. So overall, nice components in the game. I really like the little ships. I don't know if you can see that they have for each particular faction, and you get to play the different factions. Each deck has other cards that can be interjected into it to make it more thematic. So you can actually make the game more thematic, which I don't know if that levels with difficulty, which I think it possibly does, because they recommend that you play with a standard game. So that is something you can do. There are different mission tiles you can use. They recommend the ones that I played today as your starting ones, but they have different types of missions, and you can read about the actual space missions and actual things or events that happened, which I think is really cool. And the projects, you can mix those up as well, like I said, with the expansion, and you don't always have to play with the same ones. So there is a lot of variability. The deck of cards that you probably saw on screen, that's half of the cards. There's like another half. I just couldn't have it on. It would cover up too much space, and I didn't want to knock it over. So it really seems like a good game. I think if you love the space theme, of course, that's really going to appeal to you. But even me, who's not a big fan of the space theme, I like the history that I could read behind it if I wanted to play it thematically, and I like the flow of the game. I just don't like managing a secondary player. Nope, I didn't love that. So, Tracy, you're solely a solo player these days, and I don't like fiddly AIs. Yeah, and like somebody else could be like, oh, it's not that fiddly, are fine with it, and that's totally fair. But I'm taking it as the perspective of someone who does not play solo games, and I'm kind of playing them now because of the situation. Some of them I'm totally fine with. And I, might consider playing it again. This is not what I would be comfortable playing solo again. I just feel like I'd be exhausted trying to remember all the things for the AI. So, yes, Amanda, you feel that too? Yeah, it is. And the interaction is great. I mean, yeah, the AI takes a card, darn. But if someone else does it, like, it's just, I don't know, the talk and the banter. Maybe I just miss these things. This is what COVID is doing to me. But overall, I like the game. I just didn't love it solo. So if you don't own it, definitely one you can check out. I don't know if it's available on Tabletopia, maybe. And for those who did back it, give it a try. And if you have someone to play it with, I highly recommend trying to play it with an actual person. But if you can't, I mean, they do have that solo mode for you. So that's it. So thank you, everybody, for sticking with that, and thank you for your support. I was really nervous to do this one, just because I didn't want to miss some stuff, and I may have missed a couple of things here and there, but I think overall, it was fine. I promise I will be back with a more lively game where I'm not so serious, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'll probably be, I think I'm doing a Castle of Burgundy stream, but I think I might be doing that with David on his channel, so we'll see. And Amanda, you and I need to talk. We need to get a game out there. So that's it. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your evening, your dinner, and as always, I appreciate your support. It means so much to me. All right, so everybody, have a good night, and we'll talk soon. Bye, everyone.